If this splash screen here appeals to you in some way, reach out to me. Maybe I can help. My contact info is in the channel description. Mixer's log number 38. I'm Lean Bear. This is a song that, well, it's one of the first, well, not one of the, well, it's early. One of my earliest projects after I got back into recording and songwriting 9 months ago when I finally curb stomped the booze vampire. And it's been nary a drop since. But I don't go on about it. I don't tell horror stories from my life. Which may be one reason why the almighty Malgorism doesn't promote my content. But anyway, okay, so I'll just play you the most recent mix before the latest mix, okay? So this is the one that's currently on my channel. It's the video that automatically loads when you load my channel. The song is Maybe I'm Cursed, written about 11 years ago during a bout with schizophrenia. So I'm going to play not the whole thing, but let's say maybe 30% of the way through. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the new mix. I hope the final mix, but you guys let me know what you think. All right? So this is now the old mix, and then I'll play the new one. All right, now here's a new mix, and I'll play it, and then I'll go into Cakewalk. So, you might have noticed right from the get-go, it sounded quite a bit different. So let me get Cakewalk up here. And that intro section, originally, it sounded, that drum loop. That drum loop was from my M-Audio black box interface, the Roger Lynn black box collaboration. That's before I got my MIDI controller back and started using virtual instruments. And this was recorded, it was the first thing I tracked for this song. And it was the drum loop with a guitar part in one track. Something I don't do anymore. But originally I had this. So this one, yeah, okay. So this Finisher Micro plugin on a setting called Earth to ISS, and it was 1, 2, and 3. It was basically automated to bypass after the first measure. So it was only engaged for the first measure. You can see this automation lane, the first automation lane right here. I extended that to bypass when the Psalm, the track called Psalm, which features the verse from Psalms in the Bible. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Right when that kicks in, that's where the Finisher Micro plugin bypasses for the rest of the song. So I quite liked that. It's just nothing that I really thought about or intended. It just, tried it on a lark and liked it. So anyway, overall, I just think that it just sounds better in a number of different ways. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Thanks are in order to my pals out there. First of all, Nenko, thank you, Nicholas, over there in France. Nenko was insistent about my sloppy EQing, my lack of EQing. He kept pointing it out. Nenko, you kept pointing it out. And thank you for doing that. Because I was being lazy, I was being sloppy. And so, first thing I did was going into the Pro channel over here to the left. I re-EQ'd pretty much everything. So, going through, I might as well do this in console view over here. Right. So I re-leveled and re-EQ'd. So these are all of the EQs now. Drums and trem. So that was a drum, and trem is named after the effect preset in the M-Audio black box. Sounds like this soloed. So before the bypass and after the bypass. Sounds a bit gnarly. It is a bit. You hear the. It's a bit overcompressed to my taste. You hear that in the guitar part, but one reason why I extended the Finisher Micro until that point was to somewhat mask that problem. Once the other parts come in, it sits very nicely in the mix. Before that, when it's just hanging out there exposed, the Finisher Micro sort of, it was making lemonade, taking a lemon and making lemonade. So, anyways, so Nenko, there are my EQs. So there's the main drum loop. SI drum kit, that's a native cakewalk drum kit. I just used that for toms and crash. VSTI called Drum Box Synth, which I just used. Where is that? It comes in right here, and it sounds like this soloed right here. Okay, the bass, pretty standard bass EQ setting. Rhythm guitar, main vocal, Geez, I thought I had re-EQ'd that, but I guess I didn't. Or maybe I decided not to. Maybe I decided to leave it there. But yeah, I did. I did decide to leave it there. I left just a little bit of sub bass there for that one. Another under vocal 1, under vocal 2, backing vocal. I also left that curve on the backing vocal. But you can see that I cleared up the subs, scooped everything out for the most part. That lo-fi psalm part, which also comes in for the outro, that's at like one of those telephone settings. So the 86 Power 8, which is named after a preset in the M-Audio black box. That sounds like I might as well just leave these solo things in as we go along. So I'll go ahead and solo in the vocals, and okay, I'll where is it? 86 Power 8, right? That's what this sounds like.
Things have gone to rust.
Fade in.
To rust.
Whoops. I didn't solo it. All right. You can see there's an automated.
Things have gone to rust. All to rust.
And I'm glad I made note of that setting, because I've been meaning to go back and find it again, because I want to use that preset again. And there's the name of it. So good thing I chose that naming convention for my track names. Again, same naming convention here, 90, sync up. That comes in a little bit later, and that sounds like this.
Dust. All to dust.
Hang on. That's what that sounds like. 57 random random 3. 57 random 3. Track 13. That's been going on for a while. Now you can hear that they've got a different kind of pulse. Let's listen to these in reference to the drum track. Well, it's syncopated, right? Hence 90 syncopated. And, all right. What I called acoustic, I did something really weird with that. It doesn't sound like what you would normally think of an acoustic guitar. Hear that? To me, that is kind of like sometimes it just creeps up and pokes through in the mix sometimes, and sometimes it has kind of like a ride cymbal sort of vibe to it, and sometimes it has kind of like a harpsichord sound, and it's just one of those details that once your attention has been drawn to it, you start to hear it, but it doesn't like reach out and grab your attention. All right, so the Vietnam gong. That is a gong that I bought in Hanoi, Vietnam during a 10-day trip down there many, many moons ago. Wrote the entire album down there. Smoked a lot of herbal medicine, and that was that trip where I got that gong. And let's see, it's track 15. And all right, so Ninko, there's the EQs. I think I really think it did a nice job decluttering the mix and bringing clarity to it. Right? And then, of course, the solos. I left the EQs as they were. Except I just did a high pass, rolled off the subs, but just basically allowed them to occupy the full range with a tiny bit of a boost in the high mids and trebles. And for that decision, I just went based on my ears. Okay. And then there's the outro part. So you see there's a lot of mid emphasis here in these. Now here's one thing I didn't revisit. Why do I have an EQ curve on my master bus? Why? See that? I used to think that sounded good, and I kind of forgot about it until just this instant. So I'm going to have to reconsider that. It's not as extreme as it looks in this little picture. It's more gentle than that. But anyway, a lot of mids emphasis, mainly because of I was going on the Voxengo span, the spectrum analyzer, as well as my ears. Spectrum Analyzer told me that the song was a bit anemic in the mids. So that was part of what informed my decisions in re-EQing this. The outro section used to bother me. It used to bother me. I had a hell of a time getting it. I wanted it to come in and be clear and distinct, but without like a boost in volume or even necessarily a boost in energy. I just wanted it to appear as a new texture, just as I think it's doing now. And let me see. So soloed, it sounds like this. Other than that, overall, vocals up in the mix, solos up in the mix. Bass is the only track I didn't touch. I didn't touch the bass at all. I was always happy with the bass part, and I left it as it was. Also, okay, so I'm going to briefly point out a couple of things I did with the main drum loop. And then I'm going to move on to ReelBus in the master bus, which is kind of the star of this little show. So anyway, thank you, Ninko, and thank you, DJ. Thanks for... I can be kind of an asshole sometimes. And, you told me what you thought, and you were nice about it. And I do appreciate you. Lord knows I don't expect anybody to have the time to listen to all I know my videos are long, but like I told you in the comment, if you don't have time for it, then you don't really need it. And I know that there are people out there that that need that kind of thing, because I know I did, and I'm not unique in the world. All right, so thank you, DJ, and Rustic Rich. Is that right, Rich? New subscriber. We are mutually newly subscribed to one another. I don't know who came first. Who went first? He said came. I don't know who went first. But Rich, I appreciate your kind comment. You know, just someone out there saying, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about." That means it's just that alone is enough to just, okay, I'll keep, I'll keep doing this. But I did start a Rumble channel. Link is in the description. Rumble's pretty cool. They don't censor speech over there. And so there's some content over there that I can enjoy that is just banned from YouTube. Right? So I started the channel over there, and I uploaded this video with the new mix, and I'm going to upload this. And anyway, thanks all you guys. I do appreciate it. And before I go, I'm just going to point out that, all right, so here, so this is Spectral Panks. I put this into the main drum loop, and yeah, I boosted the transients on the lows, less so on the mids, not at all on the highs. Tail, I brought tail down in the mids, in the snare region, and a little bit, I brought tail a little bit down in the kick and in the bass bands. Listen to the difference. So that's one reason why it's just a little bit too much in the intro, especially what it did with the guitar part of that track. But I sort of like did a little Band-Aid over that with the Finisher micro plug-in. And another little secret of mine, here, this one right here, Ferric TD-S MK Mark II.
Maybe I'm cursed.
This is a lot more subtle, but
Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe I'm cursed, but at the very
Hank's just brought in,
maybe I'm blessed.
like that's
Be the best
a lot of energy.
that I can be when all
And Ferric, I just find that Ferric is it's a wonderful plug-in, man. It's mix glue. It's just it's a great it just tempers things. You know, it's hard to explain what it does. But if you use it and you try it on a number of different things, you'll understand. And I very often use it at the default setting where all the knobs are turned down, just default setting. And even though everything is turned down and nothing is engaged, it still does something. That's how I have it used in, oh, no, not in this case. Okay. I've got it on modified gentle leveling preset in the master bus. Okay. But here's the real thing I want to point out is that I found a new setting on ToneBoosters ReelBus. And I know this is already going on too long, but, well, here's good old meter. And this is a new, okay, so ToneBoosters, this ReelBus, it's full of surprises, okay? Now, the problem that I was having with this song is that on Air Windows meter here, the sonority was just too high for too much of the song. It was up some parts. It was like 98, 99%. Okay, effectively leaving bright and dark at 0. Kind of like flipping binary between 0 and 1. This new set is a real clean preset. With this setting, this is the first time I have used. I've used both Swist a lot. I've used Professional. I've used Soft and Smooth. First time I used Japanese, one of the 2 Japanese machine settings. Mainly because I always thought they were too bright. And if anything, I've been trying to get my stuff, I've been trying to get the dark reading up. I've been trying to get my stuff a little bit more dark and analog-y sounding. But sometimes I got to break through my own dogmas. And, you know, in this case, this mix needed some more brightness and some more detail. Right? But the unexpected thing was that this Japanese 75 3.75 IPS on this real clean preset. Normally I'm using Swiss Legends, subtle saturation or medium saturation or round and warm or over biasing. Those are my, or soft and smooth. This is my first time using the real clean preset and first time using the Japanese virtual tape machine. And not only did it bring brightness and detail, but it actually balanced these 3 readings, bright, sonority, and dark. It brought, even though this was completely counterintuitive to me, but it actually brought more darkness and more brightness and clarity at the same time, and it tamed sonority. Especially during the solos, sonority gets really high. But overall, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So let me just let you see what that looks like here. I'm going to start. All right. Okay. All right. Nice, lovely green. Lines are running neck and neck just the way I like.
Maybe I'm cursed.
Okay, even when the rest of the band, quote unquote, band kicks in, like that's what I want to see.
But at the very worst, maybe I'm blessed
Now,
to be the best.
usually the red line the novelty line is going to part ways with the other two at some point. But still, this is a nice balanced reading. If I hadn't decided to just try something new, just break out of my little box and try something new. I mean, like, this is let me see. Well, let's just go with medium saturation as a preset, and this is how it would look and sound. Saturation. Now these are not bad.
Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe I'm cursed.
In fact, they sound pretty good, but
Maybe I'm cursed, but at the very worst,
that's over biasing. A little bit of a power drop with this one. Although still pretty nice congruent lines. What else? There's Swiss Legends. Okay, that's just too muffled, right? And look at where sonority is. Okay, sonority's already up in the 90s. So this is kind of where I don't want to be, climbing up into the 90s. So where was I before? I was at Real Clean. Real saturation. It's too aggressive in the mids. Subtle saturation. I don't know. It's not bad. You hear this that's real clean setting, just has a little bit of an edge and clarity. Here's medium saturation. Round and warm, that's way too muffled. Over biasing. Back to real clean. What a nice setting. Oh, real setting, real clean, Japanese 75, and spectrum and color adjustment. Spectrum turned from 0 up to 75%. You can hear a little diff. All right, so yeah, I mean, you know, sonority's still up to 90 to 91%, but you know, I've got some brights back at least, and then during the outro, as the song closes out, then bright falls and dark comes right back up, and sonority comes. So I mean, overall, there were no synths, there were no synth in this song. It was all guitars, except for the only VSTIs were drums, percussion. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. But you guys let me know, and sorry to be long-winded. I don't mean to be. I'm just trying to share what I'm doing here, and I'd like to see what you guys are doing too. But anyway. Is there anything else? I guess not. Oh, yeah. Please, you guys, I don't know if you're already on Rumble or not, but if you are, please, the Rumble link is in the video description. Go over there and please give me a like and a follow and a comment. I would appreciate it. I'm just going to do this, and I'm just going to start doing Rumble on the side. Because I already got shit canned from Facebook 7 or 8 years ago when I had a group. I started a group. I was the admin, the founder of the group. I had like 3,700 members. It was a thriving group with lots of engagement and interaction, and I had like 8 or 9 I had enough moderators that a couple of them turned out to be traitors, and I had rats, and I had a drama with a prominent figure in the truther community who, after Facebook kicked me out and deleted all my accounts, this guy came in and took over my group. And, so who knows? I mean, YouTube could just delete my channel at the drop of a hat. And, YouTube's evil. Google's evil. It is what it is. But, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, and I'll keep doing this in the hopes that I find people who need this kind of thing, and who need to get booze out of their lives. I'm still, is it arrogant to want to help people? I'm 53 years old. I'm not as idealistic as I used to be. Is it presumptuous and arrogant to think that you can help people? Maybe it is. Maybe I should just hang it up. Just do this and not worry about it. But anyway, okay, enough. I'm going to go do a couple of chores and then come back and do another video. Lean Bear, lovely scenic Paju City, South Korea. 10:33 p.m. on February 18th, 2025. Over and out.